Welcome back to the channel, and today we are jumping ships over to go to Germany to look to rebuild RB Leipzig, who in real life they finished this last season in 7th, missing out on any European football. They did not even get to go to Conference League qualifications, finishing in 7th with the cutoff being in 6th. Stuttgart get another Europa League spot because, well, they won the DFB Pokal in that regard. Now, obviously, RB Leipzig is a relatively new club. They haven't been around for ages. In fact, they've climbed their way up consecutively from 2012 all the way up to 2015, where they actually spent 2 seasons in the 2nd division of the Bundesliga here. And then they went up to the 1st division, where they nearly won it in that first season in 16-17, only doing outdone by Bayern Munich, of course. And then ever since then, they've been in the top 5, top 6 for majority of their life here. Only a couple finishes is outside the top 5, where they finished 6th the season after that one season, and then 7th this year. So this has been their worst year in the Bundesliga since 2012-2013 when they got, well, since 2016 when they got promoted up to the Bundesliga. So this has been their worst season to date. They have not yet won the Bundesliga. They obviously haven't won anything in terms of the UEFA, any European tournaments here, so that is our goal, is to win a European tournament, aka the Champions League, and we also want to at least fight and possibly win the Bundesliga here as well. So here we are into the squad in using the live start points, and we are now technically in season 2. We're kind of where we're at in real life at the moment as well. And this is a team, they had a default, what is it, a 4-2-2-2. We're not doing that. I hate 4-2-2, so we're going to a 4-2-1-3 here with Xavi Simons as our main cam, Openda as a striker. I do have Benjamin Sesko still in the squad. He is not an Arsenal player yet, and he still might not be an Arsenal player. There's a possibility that is Yekeres and not Benjamin Sesko. It seems to be flip-flopping every other day almost, essentially, between which one Arsenal are going to be signing. Right now, it's on the Yekeres change with Bertha looking to sign him up. Timo Werner could be on his way out to the MLS for some reason. Poulsen could be on his way out. A lot of these guys could be on the way out. Luke Gabia. There's a certain guy in Galaski who's 35 years of age that we are going to look to possibly replace as well. We should look to replace as well. This team is on the aging side. The younger side is not really ready for first team football, in all honesty. And in fact, a lot of these younger guys are going to be transfer listed. Somebody who is a possible important future is going to be your Gorado. I mispronounced his name massively. We're going to look to loan him out to see if he can grow over the course of a season or 2, and possibly when we get into European football, he could be a key part. We have Arthur Vermeer coming over from Atletico Madrid, Bishabayu that we could look to keep. Antonio Musa is obviously going to be a key part of this team. We do have 100 million, I believe, just shy of 100 million, maybe 109 million to spend in this rebuild. So we are going to look to spend some of that in this first season. But first, again, we are going to look to offload a lot of these guys here and obviously see what can happen. A lot of these guys are just transfer listed to see if we can get a good deal. Benjamin Sesko, anybody in the Prem or La Liga will look to sell him, to be honest. Really, anybody will look to sell. If it makes sense, if it's a top 5 club, if it's a top club fighting in Champions League, we'll look to sell him. We won't sell him in Germany at all. Honestly, we're really looking for Arsenal, maybe Liverpool. We'll see something like that. Other than that, looking to sell and just loan to wherever. And we also have a couple of options that are on their, well, have been on their radar, like Frank Garfe, who I think spent a season on loan at Leipzig. They could look to be making that permanent. Mikate coming from Man City, Thielman, Broja, Romero, Fabio Silva, Stressin, Yakiret, and that's it. All these other guys are just guys that I'm looking to bring in as well. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes on. We'll try and get some transfer offers first before we make any signings, and we'll go from there. And the first player we sign is that goalkeeper department, the most important when it comes to these rebuilds, seeing as the majority of the time, and about 99% of the time, simulations are all through the calendar, and so we want your best keeper high overall. So Carneshi comes in. We do go ahead and swap him with Galaski, so Galaski is off to Atalanta in this squad, or Bergamo Castellao, because I don't have the licensing mod on yet, because it's not updated to Title Update 17 yet, so there is that. But I told the guy's name. Carneshi is coming to the squad. That's right, Carneshi coming into RB Leipzig. Welcome to Germany. Welcome for your starting role. And the second player we go ahead and bring in, we replace Mr. Schlager with Nemecha, coming in from Borussia Dortmund. The cycle from Dortmund to Bayern is broken. It's now the cycle from Dortmund to RB Leipzig. Welcome into the squad. You'll join this fantastic German new squad here. Welcome to RB Leipzig. And so some businesses has been made. We start with, actually, let's just go in order. So obviously some business has been made. We started with bringing in Nemecha and Karneshi, both for around 50 million flat. We loan out Bitsabayu, Jota. We sell Frederick Jackal. We sell Timo Werner to Roma. We sell Willy Orban, a 32-year-old, to Bayern Munich. We have yet to really replace him, essentially. We go ahead and sell Norby to CFR for 470k. We sell Baku to Werder Bremen for 18 million. We loan out Asan over to Leicester City. We'll see him hopefully grow. We loan out Gomez. We sell Kevin Campbell. We sell Andre Silva to Freiburg. We loan out Vufak. We ironically sell Benjamin Sheshko to a team that certainly can't afford him at the moment in real life, Olympique Lyonnais. Lyon for short. They have obviously in real life gotten relegated. They are appealing it, but in real life at the moment they are playing in League 2. And Lucas Klosterman has been sold to Brighton as well. So there goes a backup center back. But with all those deals done, we've only brought in 2 players. We have 208 million to spend, and we have some positions to improve on. I want to bring in a new right winger to obviously replace Mr. Guy going on away from the club. I want to bring in a better center back and possibly another better backup center back, and possibly a left back as well. But I think Rom is at least good enough for now. And of course, the first player off the back end of all those sales is a guy I certainly know I cannot pronounce. This guy, Konstantinos Koulirakis, comes into the squad, 21 years of age, 78 overall center back. He's going to be part of a brand new back line. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to RB Leipzig. And Leroy Sané will be joining the squad here at RB Leipzig. We bring him over for Bayern Munich. You get Willy Orban. We get one of your players that is aging in there. Leroy Sané comes into the squad for 14 million flat. Welcome to RB Leipzig. Now, he is 29 years of age, so don't know how much use we'll get out of him, but maybe 3 seasons could be as long as this rebuild can take, and then he can still be useful for these 3 seasons, hopefully. But welcome to RB Leipzig. Welcome to hopefully getting us up to that next level as a club. We go ahead and bring in Jeremy Jacquiet from Stade Rennes for 3.9 million. He'll be a backup center back. We bring in Lucas Stassen from St. Etienne for 12.5 million. Welcome to the squad. We go ahead and also bring in a left back, Mr. Fink Grafe, coming in from FC Köln for 3.4 million. And possibly the last signing of this little window, we bring in Jan Thielman to be a backup right winger to Leroy Sané. Welcome to the squad. And so this is the team here. Karneshi in net. Henriks, Koulirakis, Lukebia, Rom, Nemecha, Vermeeren, Javi Simmons, Openda, Nusa, and Leroy Sané. Our bench is a little weak, and not really a little. It's a lot of weak, but it be what it be for now. Let's get into the season. Let's try and get up in Champions League football. And halfway through the season, we are sitting in first. Only if it was in Champions League, this could be the quickest rebuild ever. But sitting in first so far, halfway through the league here. An absolutely great start to the season. Who is our top goal scorer? Top goal scorer is Leroy Sané with 11 goals. Openda has 10 goals. He's played 17 games, which is a little... Oh, we are in European football. We are in the Conference League. I did not see that. We are in the Conference League. I don't know we were in the Conference League, to be completely honest. Well then, the Conference League, after the 6 games, we finish in 3rd. So there is that. Okay, interesting. Do we care about the Conference League? No. I will see you at the end of the season. They will not win the league, but top 4 we will get in Champions League is what we will get, which was the aim. We do bottle the league a little bit. We do pick up 8 draws in that second half of the season, which essentially killed our season off. We had 0 draws coming into the first half, which was absurd there. As far as the conference league goes, we do not make the final. And in fact, we made it to the quarterfinals where we faced off against AC Milan, the strongest team in the competition, and unfortunately lose to them. And then they are going to go on to probably win it in that final there. Our top goal scorer, I can only assume it's Leroy Sané, and nope, it's Openda who stepped up, scoring 24 goals, outdoing Leroy Sané by 2, and outdoing Nusa, who's up to 21 goals as well. Xavi Simons, a little lackluster in the goal department there, but it's fine for us. On to season 3, technically, where we're in Champions League football. And the first player we bring in is going to be Kalulu, over from not Juventus, but AC Milan. In fact, he's going to come in for 38 million. In him and who's the other center back? Him and somebody else. Bishibayu is going to be our 2 center backs starting. And we are going to go ahead and bring in a left back that is actually going over to Liverpool in real life. Talking about Liverpool, rest in peace, Diego Jota. I'm literally recording this on the day the news just broke out. It's absurd. Yeah, well, life is too short. Make the most of it. We bring in Milo Kirks. We swap out David Raum for Milo Kirks, and we bring him in over from Juventus. So welcome to the squad. Welcome to RB Leipzig. And halfway through this season, we are sitting top of the table again. 4 points clear off of Bayer Leverkusen. We are 8 points clear off of Bayern Munich. We are in the DFB Pokal. We are into the quarterfinals of that, where we are taking on Schalke, where we do have Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern Munich, and that Dortmund are knocked out. Champions League, we get to skip out on the playoffs because, well, we finished in the top 8, and in fact, we finished in the top 3. In fact, top 3 are all German clubs: Leverkusen, Borussia Dortmund, and RB Leipzig. So there is that. We are having a strong campaign here so far. Let's keep it marching on. Let's see who we get in round 16 of the Champions League, and hopefully we can keep on marching on. And in the round of 16, we get to face off against Athletic Club Bilbao here. So there is that. Some of the other fixtures we have is Bayern Munich versus PSV, Club Brugge versus Barcelona, Porto versus Roma, Frankfurt versus Arsenal, PSG versus Dortmund, Atletico Madrid versus Leverkusen, Real Madrid versus Liverpool, and Athletic Club versus Leipzig. Through the calendar we go because, well, I've been having more success through the calendar. The first leg up, we get man of the match with Leroy Sané. We pick up a 1-0 win. Second leg here against Athletic Club Bilbao. Was it 0-0 on the day? It was 0-0 on the day. 1-0 on aggregate. We are into the quarterfinals of the Champions League here, where we have Bayern Munich up next in the league. We also have Bayern Munich in the semifinals of the DFB Pokal. The quarterfinals here is Barcelona versus Arsenal, Leverkusen versus Real Madrid. It's the Clasico and Borussia Dortmund versus Bayern Munich, and we get AS Roma, probably the easiest team left in this competition, so we get a little bit of luck there. Let's see if we can take them down in a 2-leg affair. It's a away leg up first, AS Roma versus Leipzig, a 2-2 draw. The second leg here against AS Roma, and we pick up man of the match. We win 5-4 in aggregate. We are into the semifinals of the Champions League, where we will be taking on, I don't know yet, but what we do know is Bayer Leverkusen, and it's Leipzig in the final of the Champions of the DFB Pokal, I should be saying. Does the rest of the fixtures have played? No, but we do know is Bayern Munich beat Borussia Dortmund, and at the moment Arsenal is beating Barcelona, and Real Madrid is currently beating Bayer Leverkusen as well. Champions League semi-final, and out of the 3 teams that we could have gotten that made it through to the semis, we definitely got the weakest of the 3. It's Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. It's Arsenal versus Leipzig, which led to the quarterfinals to this. Arsenal beating Barcelona, Real Madrid beat Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern Munich beat Borussia Dortmund, and obviously we of course beat AS Roma. It's the Champions League semi-final. It's an away leg up first. Let's see what happens on the calendar. It's Arsenal versus Leipzig. Xavi Simons pick up man of the match in a 2-2 draw. I do think we are going to win the league as well. I don't think wow. As I've been playing through the simulations, I think we've been winning a lot of these games. Second leg here against Arsenal. We pick up man of the match. We win 4-3 on aggregate. And RB Leipzig are into the Champions League final. Simming through the calendar works so much better than actually going into the game and quick simming it. for some reason. It shouldn't work. It should be the complete opposite. But ever since I've done it on one of the rebuilds, whatever rebuild I first did it, it's worked wonders, and it's been working wonders ever since. It's a little cheat code. It doesn't work on majority, but it works with Champions League for some reason. But I do believe we will win the league here. So yes, we will win the league here, no matter what. 2 games left to go. The league is ours, so that is great to see there. I will go to the end of the game here. That way we can see the league trophy. Actually, no, I won't. You'll see the parade. The DFB Pokal final, RB Leipzig versus Bayer Leverkusen. Can we pick up the second trophy? I'm going to assume not, and the answer is no. Bayer Leverkusen won that. It's Real Madrid in the final of the Champions League. It's the Champions League final, RB Leipzig versus Real Madrid here in England at Wembley. A 90-minute, possibly an additional 30 added on top of that to determine the champions of European football. This rebuild is already a classic success as we have won the league, but if we can get a cherry on top and give them their first Champions League win alongside the first league win, we'd absolutely take that. And here we go, the Champions League final versus Real Madrid, which I feel like I've been playing against them a lot in these rebuilds finals. Has been a lot of Real Madrid Champions Leagues. Mbappe, Vinicius, 1-0 Real Madrid. Xavi Simons, Leroy Sané, still Leroy out wide for Henriks. Henriks crossed in, the shot comes in, and it's an equalizer just like that. Antonio Nusa makes it 1-1, an instant reply. Francisco Conchayo, Vinicius Jr., 2-1 Real Madrid. Vinicius, Mbappe, Real Madrid are running riot. Arthur Vermeeren out wide for Henriks. Henriks into Leroy. Leroy cross comes in. Openda shot blocked. Xavi Simons shot blocked again. Xavi into Nusa and Antonio Nusa to get one back. No, rebound headed away. It nearly fell perfectly for us. Nemecha, Vermeeren out wide for Leroy. Leroy crossed in for Xavi Simons. Header straight down to the keeper. Courtois made a fantastic save. Oh, Leroy Sané gets the ball. A gift from Courtois, and it's 3-2. Oh, and Bellingham makes it 4-2 off a deflection corner. For flip's sake. Leroy Sané. Lucabia headed away. Second ball. Kalulu's going to have to hit it. He does hit it. He scores. And Lucabia. Or is that Kalulu? One of the two is Kalulu. Gives us a slimmer of hope. But now Real Madrid is going to keep the ball away from us for the next 5 minutes. Maybe. We get the ball back. Kirks into Nusa. Oh, what was that from Nusa? Ah, that was it. We need that clearance, and they win. Real Madrid are your Champions League winners. They do it in fashion as well with a 2-goal win. We could have had multiple goals scored in that second half in the beginning, the first 20 or so minutes. We just couldn't score. Keeper was doing keeper things. And we end the rebuild here by winning the league. That's about, we had the chance to do the treble and we walk out with 1 trophy, but we win RB Leipzig their first Bundesliga trophy, so that is a complete rebuild. If you did enjoy it, go and leave a like and subscribe. I'll see y'all on Monday where we go back over to England. Peace out.